Alright, what's up guys? Welcome back to Duty's Daggers. We have a CJRB today. This is one that I bought because it was on sale for $25. 25 bucks. It's a knife that I've already owned and do currently own. This is a new version though. Let's check it out. Please subscribe to the channel. Look down there, make sure you are subscribed and like the video while you're down there. Go ahead and do that right now. I'll wait for you. All right. Thank you. Appreciate it. We have here a Pyrite Light. Pyrite Light. So what are the differences? Let me get out my other Pyrite. This is a Pyrite in stainless steel. It didn't come with this texture. I pretty sloppily did that with an angle grinder. But just so we can see the difference, the Pyrite has come in a multitude of versions. Some premium, some more budgety. This is the cheapest one though, for sure, by a long shot. And that's because these are FRN scales. But we still get the AR RPM 9 blade steel. There's the Warncliffe version. There was also a drop point. So let's check this thing out, man. What are the differences? The choke-up spot's bigger on this one. Is the whole thing bigger? No. Well, is it? Hold on a second. It is a little bigger. Wow, okay. Yeah, the light is slightly longer. I wonder if it's just the blade? Let's see here. What do we got going on? The handle is 4 1/4 on the light. A little under 4 1/4 on the regular. What's the blade? 3 inches and 1/16. I mean, 3 1/4. So it's mostly the blade that's bigger, probably because they made this choke-up spot bigger. So that's really nice. You know, there was a choke-up spot in the original, but it was a little crammed, you know. Choked up right here. My finger's touching that sharp edge a little bit. Here, not at all. This is really comfy, actually. And as far as the handle shape, let's see. The butt is a little different. It looks like they've kind of carved away a larger spot to access the thumb stud on the new one. See that little chamfer is kind of smaller there. What else? Is it thicker? Maybe a little bit. Same clip. It's inset in this one, not inset on the stainless steel. Reversible inset as well. This is 25 bucks, dude. That's unbelievable. No, these FRN scales have full liners, so they're not like super flexible like you would have on a bug out. The bug out does not have full liners. It's like little quarter liners. So this feels actually pretty solid. The action's good. It's pretty snappy. Yeah, really good. Reverse flick, very good. Let's see how much this thing weighs. 2.9 ounces. It's not crazy light. That's because of the steel liners, and there's no milling on those liners. They're full liners, which I'm kind of glad about. It doesn't feel, you know, even though they're FRN, it doesn't feel cheap, really. You know, our brains kind of associate lightweight things with being cheap sometimes. At least my brain does. I think a lot of your brains do too. When something's really light and kind of flimsy feeling, we assume it's cheap and not well made, which a lot of times it is, but not all the time. So I'm glad that this is kind of, you know, they have these full liners with no milling. It makes it feel a little more substantial, a little bit more quality. Now this, the Pyrite is an amazing cutter. I've done cut tests with it. A lot of that's due to the very thin blade stock, which is 98 thousandths. Just for comparison, another very, very thin blade stock knife, the Drift Large here, is 85 thousandths. And the TRM Neutron, another very thin blade stock knife, is 90 thousandths. So this is actually only, yeah, just very slightly thicker than the TRM. So that's great. And man, they cut really good. This knife cuts really good. It's thin behind the edge. It's almost a full flat grind. It's a great blade shape. This could be one of the best budget knives. I really think so. You know, if you would have asked me last week before I tried this or before I knew of it, what the best budget knife is, I might have said the Vosteed Raccoon with the top lock. This is a fantastic knife. It's also a button lock, but this is a plunge lock. This is actually a liner lock, compression lock kind of deal. So it feels a little bit more like a regular liner or frame lock knife would, as far as like flicking it goes. But this is still pretty snappy. Not as snappy as the Raccoon, but for button locks, at least in the budget range, this is pretty good. Obviously, the Pirate's going to be way cheaper than the Raccoon. I don't remember how much this was. At least 50 though. I think more like 60, 65 maybe. Well, this is 25. Now that was on sale. That's the sale price. But I think even the regular price was like 30, which is like really, really cheap. So if you ask me right now, what's the cheapest, best knife? This is it. I can't think of something better for 25 bucks, can you? Or 30. Not even close. Yeah, this is really good. I like that they kind of added this like faux inlay spot to it. It's not just plain FRN. It makes it look nice. I'm glad they enlarged that finger choil. That's really comfy, snappy, on bearings, very smooth. Oh, there we go. Very smooth. Yeah, perfectly, well, it's not perfectly centered. It's a little off. But, whatever. It's $25. So there you go. I'm going to put a link for it down below. There's different versions, but this was the only one that was on sale for the 25. The other ones were like 30, 35. They even had a Damascus one with this FRN, which is kind of a weird combo. That one was, I think, like $99 or something. I would definitely not get that one. So there you go. The new budget king, right? Let me know what you think. Is this the new budget king? Let's talk about it in the comments. I love you guys. I'll see you in the next one.